Good morning, students. I welcome you all to Agricultural Development Trust, Shardabai Pawar, Mahila Arts, Commerce and Science College, Sharda Nagar, Baramati. Good morning, students. Last period we studied about new economic policy, its features. Now we'll come to the last chapter in economics, that is economic planning in India. Now, children, already planning, we know why we do planning, so that whatever objectives we have, whatever we have decided, it should smoothly function. There should be no obstacles. That's why do we planning. So same year, Government of India has planned something. Why? To improve our economic conditions, say, or we should have an economic growth and development. So let us see what is economic planning in India. Now, see, the introduction is how that in the year 1950, the government of India established Planning Commission, children. And in that Planning Commission, the Prime Minister was considered, say, or designated as ex officio chairman of the Planning Commission, children. So, always when a Planning Commission is there, the Prime Minister is ex officio chairman of that Planning Commission. So, Planning Commission consists of experts from various fields. So, it will be from banking, finance, industry. So, whatever these experts will decide, it will come into the formulation of economic plans. So, now the first thing what they wanted to collect information or decide on Bombay Plan, People's Plan and Gandhian Plan. So let us see what is the meaning and definition of economic planning. Now see, economic planning was a time-bound program to achieve certain objectives with the help of available resources by the planning authority. So it is a time bounding. Means suppose you plan, so that planning will be for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. So time was given that how much years this plan would do. If it doesn't succeed, if this doesn't means have any objective or any profit, then the plan would be changed after 3 years. That's why time bounding was given to planning. Now, the definitions related to this economic planning is, the first definition is according to Dr. H.D. Dickinson. So H.D. Dickinson, what he told that economic planning is making of major economic decisions, such as what to produce, how much to produce, when to produce, where to produce, and whom should we allocate. So what we should allocate, that is the production of goods and services, from where to give, whom to give, and what time to give. So this planning should be done. So this is only Dr. H.D. Dickinson is telling that economic planning is the making of major economic decisions such as what and how much to produce, how, when and where to produce, and whom should it be allocated. So this decision of the determinant authority on the basis of a comprehensive survey of the economy as a whole, that was done by Dr. H.D. Dickinson. Now, according to Mrs. Barbara Wooten, what she is telling that planning is a conscious and deliberate choice of economic priorities by some public authority. See, yeah, what Mrs. Barbara Wooten is telling that planning is a conscious and deliberate choice, means related to whatever related to economic activities are there. If you have a choice, if you are eager or conscious, then you plan the things according to that. That is what Mrs. Wooten is telling, that planning is a conscious and deliberate choice of economic priorities by some public authority. So this is what two definitions related to Mrs. Barbara Wooten and H.D. Dickinson, that economic planning is a deliberate. So, as I told you, economic planning is a deliberate choice of economic opportunities. This is how Mrs. Wooten and H.D. Dickinson is telling. Now, come to our next point, that is features of economic planning. So, today we'll study only four features regarding economic planning. So, the first feature of economic planning is Central Planning Authority. Now, Central Planning Authority in a country undertakes economic planning. So, in India, this Central Planning Authority is called as Planning Commission, and it has been replaced by National Institution for Transforming India, that is Niti Aayog, since 2015. See, Central Planning Authority was there to formulate policy, that means of economic planning. So that economic planning was called as Planning Commission in India. But then afterwards it was replaced by national institution, and then now this planning is called as Niti Aayog from 2015. That is, economic planning is replaced as Niti Aayog since 2015, children. Then the second one feature is a survey. Now, survey means what? We study something, we do research. That is the meaning of survey. So, survey is what? A comprehensive survey of the economy is undertaken regarding the availability and utilization of human and natural resources, children. So, research was done that how much things or how much resources or how much natural, say, natural resources or raw materials are used by human being. So that research was done that in human being, how much he utilizes the resources, how much availability of raw materials is there. So that comprehensive research or survey was done under this economic planning. Then the third feature of economic planning is objectives. Objective means what? Why we started this project? Why we started to think of planning? So what was the object of the government regarding this economic planning? So this planning objective was based on certain predetermined objectives which are realistic and flexible. Means whatever planning will be done, it will be related to practical thinking and it should be changed. Flexible means what? If the policy doesn't work out, immediately the government changes it. So realistic and flexible. So economic planning is based on certain predetermined objectives which are realistic and flexible. Now the fourth one is feature is priorities and targets. Now, priorities of economic planning were fixed. So, according to the importance of each sector. Now, sector what? Primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Primary sector, it is called as agricultural sector. Secondary sector is industry, and tertiary is combination of both agriculture and industry. So, all these sectors were under research, and government targeted these sectors to have economic development. So the target is the concrete step towards the attainment of the objectives. That means this sentence means what, children? If you have a target, you have an aim objective, then you can achieve the goal. So target means target the sectors. Which sectors? Primary, secondary and tertiary. So all these three sectors were targeted and it was a step towards the attainment of objectives. So these four features only will study today, children. That is Central Planning Authority. Again, I will repeat. That was first introduced by the government. It was known as Planning Commission. Then again, it was transformed into Niti Aayog after 2015. Then survey. Second feature is survey. That means research was done that how much the human beings